to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So listen, I baked this cake. It decided it want to fall, meaning it went like imploded, kind of. I refuse to bake any more cakes, and I'm a good cake baker. But the tea cakes took me out. The other tea cakes took me out, and now my ass is here with the cinnamon swirl cake that I made. And we just gonna hope for the best, cause I need to make a glaze. I can't understand why I can't make the right glaze. I keep getting thick glaze. Anyway, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. So, but anyway, we got to deep pan this cake. Where's the little knife? Okay. So I got a knife. This is what I do. So normally I like push the little knife around, not the serrated part, but the non-serrated part, because I can do flat, no fizzle, any of that. And I go around the cake to make sure it's loosened so you don't tear your cake up, right? And I tap on it. Bloop, 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 bloop. You need to make sure everything come out. Okay? So, listen. Let me put on my TikTok. My TikTok people, they be coming on here and supporting my channel. Anyway. Let's see. I haven't been on TikTok in a minute. That looks good, child. Oh, this is Houston? This should look good. All of that looked good, whatever they were selling. It was all looked good. Let's see. I think, how do I go live? Oh, go live. Put the go live button, that's how you go live. Child. I don't know what they did, what my little Leo Bessies did, but I permanently have glasses on this live. I don't know why. But I'm about to depan this cake, and I listen. I need prayers over this cake, okay? Because it sunk, and I feel some type of way about it. Yes, I do. I feel some type of way about it. I sure do. Anyway. Father God, please let the cake come out without a whole bunch of stuff being torn up, Lord Jesus. In your name. Amen. Okay. All right. I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Hey guys. Talk to y'all. Hey. This is a cinnamon swirl cake. To my TikTokers, cinnamon swirl cake. And to my YouTube people, my Chanel's Angels. Look, I got water. I don't even know who put water on my hair, but whatever. Anyway, here we go. Oh, Jesus. I'm nervous. I feel like it needs to be like, yeah, I need something to sit it on. Okay, let's see. Looks right. I think that's good enough. I think. All right. All right, Jesus. Woo! Boom! Yes, honey. Yes, let's talk about it. Okay. Now all I need is a whole glaze. That's all I need, a glaze. Yep. Tell me this ain't beautiful. That's what y'all see how I say it sunk the crust that's going all the way down because I put too much batter in there. But listen, it looks right, right? Just saying. And honestly, I like crusty, like I don't really love squishy. What do you call it? Cookies. I prefer to have like that little burnt part around it. That's everything for me. So this is a cinnamon swirl cake, guys. Swirl cake. And I have some more, like the cinnamon part to put on top, but I'm a little scared. I gotta make, not scared, I gotta make something um, It's definitely, I didn't check for doneness, but it's bouncing back. Because in here it looks a little dense. And I'm just hoping that part can go away. And this stuff that I'm taking off is just flour. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't make your cake be as pretty as it could be, but it also means you're not gonna stick your cake to the pan. Which one would you rather have? A pretty cake or pretty cake? But you also want the cake to taste good too. Because if it don't taste good, what's the point? I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just getting some flour that from when you grease the pan and then you flour it and all that, it gives you some of this. But it's okay. We're gonna make a glaze. Listen, the glaze ain't gonna take me out this time because the glaze don't be glazing for me. Like I be like, really? I have to figure it out because there's a certain type of glaze that I want. It's kind of almost clear. It's not exactly clear. Think honey bun. Think that glaze. That's what I want my glaze to look like. And I can't seem to get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. These don't, the cake gods, I guess they don't want me to be great, y'all. I don't know. Or it could just be a Chanel's reality and I don't listen. I don't. Ask my husband. I be trying. Look, I turned off a new leaf. I said I'm gonna be a better wife, child, because he deserves that. He's such a good guy. He's such a good man. No matter what situation I've had, you know, he's always supported me. I've lost jobs over the years, you know. Um, I decided to go back to school 2 additional times. And usually, when you're getting a master's degree or certain types of degrees, it requires a lot of times that you can't even work. Like I remember my senior year, um, we had to do like the last year, we had to do an internship, which is work, but work for free, and then we had to be in school full time, and I had to work full time. And shout out to this lady Mary. I don't like her, but she racist. But Mary, where I was working, I was a public relations liaison, and that was my first really professional job. And that was a cool job because I got that job. I remember they called me back when we had answer machines. They called me and they left a message on the answer machine and they said, um, "Hey Chanel," because I went to this event, right? And I don't remember exactly where the event was, but I went to an event somewhere. Like, why am I weird trying to job? Anyway, like stop! I'm having a good day with this cake. Anyway, no, so yeah, she wasn't my boss yet, but my a lady that just saw me speak on a panel, she was like, she would be perfect to inspire some of our young people. And so they called me and they left a message and they were like, we want to know what you would like to do and we'll write it into your job description. Now, listen, if you don't believe in God, listen, I'm here to tell you, He has looked out for me. Everything in my life hasn't been perfect. And if you knew my life, you would understand why I'm happy all the damn time. Um, but I remember getting that call or that message on the answer machine, and it's like, who? How much favor do you have when like someone calls you? Hey, my TikTok people. Hey, Miss Curves, love her. Shout out to Miss Curves. Go join her channel. Um, Larger Curves is her channel. Hey, Miss Larger, I'm over here making a cake. Well, I made the cake, but I'm trying to get the stuff that we put when you flour the pan. I'm trying to get the flour off of here. But anyways, so yeah, so back to what I was saying about my job. And I didn't have a college degree when they gave me that job. And everybody else in that department had to have a college degree. So they made an exception for me, like I said. Because I'm me. It's Chanel's reality. I done told y'all. It ain't changing over here. But yeah, so I remember that. And I remember before they offered me that job, I had gotten invited to some event. And I met a lady there who she was, I think, a case manager or something like that. And I think We rolled down there together. I can't remember exactly how we ended up in like the same thing, but at any rate, I remember talking to her because she was pretty young and I was pretty young. I was 21 or 22. And I remember during that trip and that conference, I was so like excited about life and I'm gonna be able to help all these people, which is my love language, anyways. No, let me see. Giving and receiving gifts, that's my first love language. It's just a fact. It just is what it is. I love to, it makes me happy to give people gifts and it makes me happy to receive them. Just is what it is. It ain't changing over here. But during that trip, we had bonded. At least I feel like we had bonded. And I remember I was asking her, I was like, I really would love to get on with Harris County or work for the state. Um, but I don't have a college degree yet. And, because at that time I had been at like Houston Community College or something like that. They always tell you go to the community college first and see. No, if I'm good enough to get into the university, why the hell am I going to the community college other than money? Because when you go to the community college, those same classes, for the most part, the ones that are going to transfer, you can take them at the regular college, at the university. So why would I start there? Unless my grades and my SAT scores and things like that matter to certain colleges weren't up to par. That part I understand. Or if you don't have money, I understand that too. But why would I do that? So I went there for like maybe a semester. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to university. Um, but anyway, my point is, God has saved me so many times that I just be like, and I have a good husband. He don't cheat. He ain't, out here in the streets doing drugs. Neither one of us have ever done drugs. Or not even smoking a cigarette. Child. My dare teacher told me, the officer, he was like, if you ever try drugs, you're gonna die. And I believed him. And listen, I ain't never tried nothing. I ain't never gonna try nothing. But so yeah, I have a really loving husband, and I've been spoiled. I would say most of my adult life with him, but I've always worked, so it ain't like some situation where I was just this kept woman. Like he just was supportive of everything, and that means a lot. I have friends where they have kids, and so a lot of times people don't realize that the time is gonna pass anyway. So whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, just get started. Just start. Just start. That's it. Um, it wants me to invite people. Okay, I invite somebody. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm trying to get my TikTok numbers up. But uh, yeah, I mean, all of the times that listen, I was doing school and working. Like I was telling y'all earlier, I was a full time student, had a full time job, and I had to go to an internship. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I believe were school days, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays was our um, internship days. And you worked like a real job, just saying. And I'll never forget, shout out to Mary Green, even though she's racist and I don't like her. She did give me that opportunity to basically work on the weekends only, but get paid full time. She did that. And that was amazing. Because otherwise I would have had to quit my job. Most of the students that were in the graduating class with me in our program, they didn't work. So you either had money saved up for this day or this year that's going to come where you really can't work. And the way our what would you call them, professors, because I went to a HBCU, the way they were set up is like I felt like we was in a PhD program. I'm like, what we doing here? Like, child, like Dr. Queen, shout out to Dr. Queen. She's an amazing professor. She was like, I ain't playing with none of y'all mofos. I remember first day of class, I had my little, y'all, this is gonna date me, but I had this little net book, and it was like this little small red. And my cousin, that's why I love him so much. He got me a red net book. So basically, it really only held like if you were gonna write Word documents or something like that, which is what I was doing in college, right? You gotta do a lot of research and studies and papers and all that, right? Um, and it let me get the internet. That's basically what it was used for, right? And it was perfect. It's kind of, I would say, somewhat what we would now call a Chromebook before Chromebooks, but it was smaller. It was like probably not wider than this cake. It was really small. And it was easy to kind of carry around. But I remember because you can't say, I'm a Leo. I can't get away from myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm in class and I got my red laptop and my red with my red netbook, and then I got my red mouse, and girl couldn't tell me shit. Okay, you can't tell me shit now. Let's be clear. But yeah, couldn't tell me shit, and I was ready for class. Can't type fast, but ready for class, right? And my teacher came in. She said, "Turn off those laptops immediately, and if you want to keep it on, you can. But after class, you need to give everyone basically because she was just she's Dr. Queen. She ain't playing games with you. She ain't got time. Okay, she ain't playing with you. She expects nothing but greatness from her brown students. It just is what it is. Shout out to Dr. Queen. But she was just kind of like, yes, if you can have your laptop open, but after class, within 10 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that, I need you to send me and all your classmates all your notes, and it need to be this, and this. So basically, shut your goddamn computer. And don't bring the shit back to class unless, for like in between classes or whatever. But yeah, she, but it's those teachers that gave you the hardest time. Like, she made me cry one time. Like, she made me cry. So, you at the end of the school year, it's like, I would say February, right before you're graduating. And at this time, you've already started, you've already sent off your, what do you call it? Your applications to the different universities that you want to go to for your master's degree, right? And so everybody's getting all their, we're all excited, we're getting our acceptance speech, acceptance letter, or acceptance email is kind of like what they did when I was in college. But you get it, but this is the thing. It's temporary. So you can get the offer to come to this university or the acceptance letter or whatever, but you still have to pass those classes for that last semester, right? And Dr. Queen's just not playing with you, right? So I was working on we really were working on this last research paper. And I remember, because you have to read all these studies. It's like a lit review, like a literature review, but it's your paper, right? About whatever. Mine was on domestic violence. That's why it irritates me when we talk about domestic violence. It's a sexual assault, all that. It irritates me because I know so much about how women and children are treated. But anyway, so I had like probably 10 or 15 studies that I've been lugging around with me with my little backpack suitcase thing, and just taking all of these studies with me. And then the day I was like, my paper is flawless, it is perfect. I said, I don't need these. Now, there was a little nudge in my spirit. This is when I say God whisper says. There was a little nudge in my spirit that was just kind of like, take them down papers, and I didn't take it, right? And so I get to school, I get to class, and she's taking up all the, research papers or whatever. And she's like, I also need the studies. And I'm like, wait, what? And I was like, I left the studies. Can I go and get them? Now, mind you, my university, is not around the corner, okay, from my house. It was at least 40 minutes from my house. And she told me no. And although I had an A in her class, that last literature review or whatever it was worth like 60% or 40% or something. So even if it was worth 40%, you're still going to fail that class, period. Because that means whatever your average was is now a 60. That's if she give you 100. Then it'll be a 60, and she ain't giving nobody 100. It just ain't gonna happen from Dr. Queen. Not because she's bad, but we're seniors. We're 21, 22. We're not gonna be perfect. And I sat there, and because I cry when I get angry, and I hate when people lie on me. That's like the worst. But I remember I was sitting there. Have you ever done a silent cry? Like, you really trying to hold it together, but the tears are just coming down your eye. They're just coming down. So I'm just like, I can't look at her. I can't do anything. So eventually I just get up and I go to the restroom to like get some tissue, whatever. And I remember there was this lady standing over like near like this big glass where you could see like the campus, Tiger Walk or whatever. And she was, she came to me, what's wrong, sweetheart? But I'm like, I'm gonna fail this class, and I'm not gonna be able to go to the graduate school. And I was just like, listen, I quit life today, okay? That's how I feel. Listen, I'm done. I already did all these years. We about to, I already ordered my cap and gown and all my stuff. I got people come to a graduation. What you mean, sis? What we doing? And so I came back, but I remember the lady telling me this. She said, my husband was in a fatal accident yesterday. I sobered all the way up. Whatever I was thinking that I was going through about this graduation and how I ain't gonna graduate and I'm gonna have egg on my face and I'm gonna have to take another semester, whatever it was, I sobered all the way up because it reminds you the grace that God gave you. For whatever reason, that other life was taken or whatever the case may be, it put shit into perspective for me. So I cried, I dried my tears. I gave this lady who I don't know, never saw again, a hug. I went back to class. And Dr. Queen came over to my little table that I had and was just like, go and get your papers. Gives me chills to even think about it. So she let me, she gave, because she knew I worked hard. Like, what you mean? Just like this cake. I worked hard on this cake. What you mean it's going to fall? Anyway, we got it out of the pan successfully. Look, we got it out of the pan successfully. So that's all that matters. And that it tastes good. That's really all that matters. So, um, anyway, I shared that to say my husband's been there so much for me. Sometimes your spouse is there in ways you're not even thinking about. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know people who have children with, their significant other, and they trying to go back to school, and better themselves and whatever else. And you see this person really trying. They got books there. You ain't trying to bathe the kids. You ain't trying to make, dinner for the kids. You ain't picking them up. You ain't making sure they're, taken care of while mommy goes and tries to be great. You know what I'm saying? So that way we can win versus just you, your tunnel vision about what's good for you in your life. You know what I mean? And so you try and try and try. I know people like this. Over the years, I've met so many people, especially women. That's why it irritates me when people act like, don't get me started, women are inferior to men and all this. It's just like, shut up. We have to be strong because of the fact that no longer are men required to take care of us or whatever the case may be. Whenever it was way back in the day, it's just like women have to be strong. We don't have the luxury of not. We just don't. We don't have the luxury of not being strong. Hey, I don't know. Cultivate Chevatillion? I don't know how to say the name. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to make a glaze for this cake. We're gonna try. We don't know if it's gonna be successful, but we certainly gonna try. So, cause this is the glaze that I want. Look, I never can get it right, but cake glaze, clear cake. This is the glaze that I want. And I can't never figure out how to do it right, y'all. Can y'all see? It's like a honey bun glaze. I can't never get it. But we're going to try it today if we have enough sugar. Bye, people on my TikTok. See y'all later. Like the video. Bye, guys. All right, I'm going to try to see if, the angels are going to let me make a glaze that I like this time. We'll see. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Hit that like button. Hit all my buttons, notification buttons, like button, all those buttons. Bye. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Talk to y'all later. Bye.